Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do in a different way. I'm starting over with no foundation on because we're gonna do a foundation review, first impressions on this foundation right here, which is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. I will test this foundation today on this video. We'll do a disclaimer right now. I'm not gonna do a full-on day review. Why? Because I can truly always see when a foundation lasts or not. I don't have any issues with foundation sliding off my face for no reason or just disappearing by its nature. I think could happen mostly from that problem would be, rubbing on other people's faces, or stuff can happen. But other than that, I'm not rubbing my face on the floor all the time or something else, so I don't have any excuse to my foundation to slide off my face that easily. We're gonna test it out to see the coverage, how it looks on the skin, and what tricks or ways to apply or whatever I will discover with this foundation today. So let's put this to the test. This is a beautiful box, which as y'all can see. So we're gonna open like this, it open like this, and your foundation comes like this. Bitch, this is fancy as hell. It just has a pump. Thank God gracious to have a pump. Only has 20 ml, but I understand the foundation claims to be very full coverage. It's basically a pure pigment for your skin. Basically, it's gonna cover your existence. The color that I've picked is soft beige. My skin has a lot of colors. It's like I'm white here, I'm yellow here, I'm even darker yellow here, and I'm pale on the face, and I'm pale on the arms, and yellow and green and white. I don't understand my skin color. I'm just a bunch of colors. So this is surrounding all the colors I have. Apply this foundation. I'm gonna use a beauty blender, a sponge. This is not a beauty blender. This sponge is from H&M. It comes on these little packagings like this, and it says it's a precision sponge. We'll apply with the sponge because I don't trust brushes. Brushes look streaky on me. The brushes I have, they don't work well. I have on here, they don't work on my face to apply foundation. So I'm not gonna do one side brush on one side thing. I'm gonna do with the sponge because realistically I will only apply my foundation with a sponge. You have to shake well. It says here, shake well. You gotta shake well because this is kind of liquidy. So you gotta shake well like nobody's business. I don't use primers. I could do a test without primers, but I don't use primers. I don't believe in them. I think they're rubbish. They don't do anything to my skin. The only thing I applied first was sunscreen. I applied directly on the face. And one thing, I'm gonna do one side of my face for you to see what difference does. Applying it a little bit here. Here and here. Blend with the beauty blender. Covers my whole existence. Oh my god. This truly is one of the fullest coverage I ever seen. It's thin consistency. I look very yellow. I have to bring it out down here. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay. Foundation is very nice looking. Very full coverage. The only problem, it's a little dry. Even with moisturized skin. But still looks good. I can see this foundation look very nicely. But I have already idea of this foundation being mixed. I'm going to apply this foundation all over my face right now, guys. finished applying my foundation. This foundation looks very, very nice on the skin, but at the same time just gets on the fine lines. Like the foundation a lot. My skin looks beautiful, looks like a porcelain skin. I love it. To cover all my imperfections, just covered so well. But I really need to set my foundation with powder and all of that and really get the final, you know, first impression of this foundation. Yeah, you guys, this is the final little look with the foundation on. We'll see what will happen. So I will finish off my face and I will come back. This is the final look. I applied all the contour, the powders, the highlighter, a little bit of eyeshadow, a little bit of lipstick, and gloss, and I did a little bit of, not freckles, but I would call like beauty marks mixed with freckle-ish things. I did it just to make it look a little different, as the makeup is very simple. Now let's get to the truth about the foundation, okay? The foundation this foundation looks very dry. I mean, it's not the driest foundation I ever used. It looks good. It looks good far away. Maybe on camera it looks freaking flawless, because I imagine maybe it would look, I hope, at least. When I look very close with my glasses and everything, the skin looks a little textured, a little heavy, a little cakey. I love a full-on coverage foundation, but I love when it blends like a cream. It just looks creamy and, you know, beautiful on the skin. I hate when foundations look like this. It reminds me a lot of Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I sprayed a little bit of water on the skin. I applied my powder. I powdered my face as usual, and I find out that I did every step that I always do when I do my foundation routine, when I do my skin. The powder grabbed on the foundation. You know, it didn't, like the foundation doesn't stick to the face first very nicely. Like you see my beauty blender, it's all dirty, you know, and this is the powder side. It removed a lot of foundation, as you can see. And all other times that I put powder with the sponge, by the way. The sponge is not as dirty as this, you know. It doesn't pick as much foundation. The sunscreen, maybe it's what is making the foundation not stick very nicely on the skin and set very nicely. Maybe it's making the foundation look a little cakey, because some sunscreens, the texture of it when you apply foundation on top doesn't look as nice as other ones that, you know, maybe this one doesn't dry up very nicely on the skin, the sunscreen, so the foundation kind of looks kind of funky and weird. Foundation, I will mix this foundation, the Jouer Foundation, with other foundations I have, like my Maybelline Superstay, with my Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo foundation. I don't know, maybe I will mix with those two that I usually mix, and a little bit of this. This foundation I don't recommend as much, but for mixing I recommend. But you're not gonna buy foundations just for mixing, right? So, I mean, it's a nice foundation, but it's a little too dry, and maybe and my skin is not dry. Not using the sunscreen, maybe it's gonna look even better. It's gonna stick better to my face. Just applying my serum, my hyaluronic acid serum, and my little normal, you know, hydrating cream. That dries up very nice on the skin. It doesn't leave any stickiness, any, you know, surface moisture that could corrupt the foundation and kind of look weird. Maybe this foundation will look better. But the coverage is fantastic. It's beautiful. The coverage is brilliant. I really, really love the coverage. But I think for mixing is going to be the best option for this foundation. So guys, I don't think I really recommend you to buy this foundation. If you have dry skin, don't even, it's dry, okay? And my skin is kind of oily and combo, so you know, I don't know, you know, you do you. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. That's it. That's my final verdict. I think I like it, but a little too dry, you know. On camera I think it looks very nice. For photos, it's gonna be perfect, but it's a little too dry, a little too cakey. But for mixing, I think it's gonna be perfect. But if I would buy this just to wear alone, no, I would not, at least for me. But I tried for myself, so now I have my verdict about it. But I also gonna still continue use it, because I will try to find my way up to use this foundation, because bitch, this thing was not cheap. So I'm gonna make this work, okay? I'm gonna mix it because the coverage is amazing. It's gonna be perfect for mixing. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram as Lord Vlad Bathory. I will leave the link down below. And also my Facebook and Twitter. Well, Twitter, I don't care about the Twitter. So my Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, basically my Instagram, because it's where I really like to be more around. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you soon on my next one. So, bye-bye.